If you're an esthetician struggling with focus, time management, or feeling overwhelmed in your day-to-day, you are not alone. I am diagnosed with ADHD, specifically the inattentive type, and let me tell you, being in the beauty industry with a brain that doesn't like to stay on track is an interesting challenge. Hey, I'm Ronnie, an esthetician, educator, and business owner. I was diagnosed with ADHD when I was 6 years old and a second time at 30 years old. And for the longest time, I didn't understand how much it was affecting my career. From forgetting client details to struggling with time management and even feeling like I was behind compared to others. I've had to find my own ways to make this work, and that's what I want to share with you today. Some real ADHD struggles as an esthetician and how I've learned to manage them. So let's talk about the real struggles ADHD brings to aesthetics. If you have ADHD, you might relate to some of these. 1. Time blindness and running late. ADHD brains do not register time like neurotypical brains do. I used to tell myself I have plenty of time before my next client, and next thing I know, I am frantically setting up with 30 seconds to spare. How I manage this is by using visual clocks and client scheduling buffers to keep myself on track. I also set up everything I need before my first appointment and all of my towels or steam towels for my entire day so I don't scramble between clients. The second thing is multitasking overload. As an esthetician, I have to juggle skincare treatments, client consultations, retail recommendations, social media, and business tasks. With ADHD, my brain wants to start everything at once, and suddenly I'm doing 5 things but finishing none. How I manage. I batch my tasks and give myself a physical checklist for the day. When I'm checking emails, I am only checking emails. 3 would be forgetfulness and losing track of client details. I used to forget some client preferences, what we talked about in their last appointment, or even which products that they purchased last time. Super embarrassing. I manage this by taking detailed client notes immediately after appointments and review them before they arrive. I also use a CRM tool or client relationship management tool system to track client history. 4 is procrastination and executive dysfunction. Ever stare at a long to-do list and think, I'll just check TikTok real quick, and then suddenly it's an hour later? I use the 2-minute rule. If a task takes 2 minutes, do it right now. Now that we've talked about the struggles, let me share the strategies that have seriously changed the game for me. Having a structured daily routine. Mornings are hard with ADHD, but I start my day the same way every time. Coffee, Pilates, journaling, and planning my schedule. If I wing it, my whole day gets chaotic. So ADHD brains love stimulation. I use things like background music or essential oils to keep me focused in my treatment room or when I'm working on business tasks. Another thing would be automations and tech tools. My booking system sends out automated reminders because I will absolutely forget to text clients manually. I also use talk to text instead of typing long emails because it's just way easier for me. Also, client consult templates and scripts. So to avoid info overload, I have a set structure for consultations. What questions I ask, how I explain services, and how I guide retail recommendations. If you're an esthetician with ADHD, I want you to know that you are not alone. Your brain works differently, and that's okay. ADHD isn't a weakness. It means that you need systems that work for you. And guess what? Clients love working with someone who is passionate, creative, and a great problem solver. All things ADHD brains naturally excel at. So if you're struggling, give yourself some grace, try out some of these strategies, tweak them to fit into your life, And remember that your way of working is just as valid as anyone else's. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. Do you struggle with ADHD as an esthetician? What has helped you the most? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. I have more esthetician tips coming very soon.